Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a cozy week. My name is Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephone.
And this is another episode of Thick Threads, the thickest podcast on the internet, where we go down the funniest and craziest rabbit holes that Reddit and Twitter have to offer. You see that I'm all bundled up. LA is cold right now. It's storming. It's raining. And I love it.
Good. We just came from the snow, too.
We just came from the YO. Does anybody call it that?
No.
The YO? Wyoming?
I don't know. I've never heard that. I think you made it up.
The YO. Had to see some snow. And
it sounds like you were about to float.
No, I wasn't.
Really dope.
I absolutely wasn't. But I've been enjoying the rain. I know you guys are shooting a lot of outdoor scenes. Has the rain been messing with lesbian homie?
Yeah, what it's done is it's actually some stuff that we were supposed to shoot outside. We just ended up adjusting and making it an inside scene. Okay. So it hasn't, I don't think it's messed with us too much. But earlier today when I was driving here, the rain, it was coming down so hard that even though there was no traffic on the freeway, we could only drive like 35 miles per hour because the rain was coming down so hard that even with your windshield wipers at its fastest.
Today?
It was still today. Yes. When I left my house around like 1:20.
Oh, earlier today.
Yeah. And it was coming down so hard that you had to drive slow. And that's how you know how bad it is.
Yeah, I Ubered here and it wasn't too rainy. But I don't know. God hooked me up this year because, I mean, he always hooks me up. But I feel like weather-wise, I had a really busy January and like a couple times in February. And it was perfect weather. And now it's like this is the first week. I ain't got shit to do. And I'm just enjoying the cold.
You get a little break.
Yeah, and I got to enjoy the rain. I'm becoming a morning person. I realized that was the core of my lack of focus was my mornings weren't together. So my mornings have been very like they set me up for the rest of my day as opposed to me leaving the house all jumbly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Morning. So when you say you're a morning person, what time are you getting up? What time are you getting the day started? Not laying in the bed, doom scrolling and posting, but what time are you getting out of the bed and brushing your teeth?
It depends. It depends on the day. I'm definitely letting the gym determine like when I get up, you know. Okay. So there's 2 days a week that I have to get up around like 7 for that. Okay. There's a day of the week that I don't have anywhere to be until 11, actually 2. And those are the weekends, so I can let myself get up probably around 9 or so. And then all the other days there is nothing there, so it's really dependent on what I have to do. So it's kind
of like you pushing yourself, or not even pushing yourself, but you naturally are starting to just get up even if
probably around 7 or 8, yeah. Awesome. And you know, getting stuff done at night and automating them so I don't have to worry about them as soon as I wake up. I just feel like once I wake up, I just fill my mind with so much stimulants, and it's like my timeline and like talking to people, meetings, all this stuff, and it's and I didn't see a difference until I started doing, you know, certain things like stretching in the morning and kind of just letting my brain
drinking your tea,
drinking
tea
my
and time,
literally just stuff. Because before I had to like hate leaving the house, hate leaving the warm bed and stuff like that, and then going to the gym and then locking in, as opposed to just locking in at home, and then it makes it easy to start stuff. My problem is it's hard to start stuff.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's always nice when you recognize something that you've changed in your life that then becomes your lifestyle. Because we never too much notice it like that, you know, when it's happening. So it'll be like, I just realized I'm a morning person, you know, like, but you know, a year ago, you were not.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see that growth. And as we age, we're going to see that in different areas of our life. So
yeah, a lot of people are. I'm slipping on my New Year's resolutions And a lot of people around me are too. And I'm just finding different ways to stick with it because it can't be perfect like it was every day from the first,
Yeah, well, and I don't think that anything is ever going to be. That's a really, really high expectation to be like, okay, I'm going to set this and this, I'm never going to have a slip up. Like sometimes you just go back, but when you go back, in my opinion, when you go back and you slip, you don't go as far as you were before you started. So you might take one step back, but 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 4 steps forward. So maybe you just had your 1 step back, but you're already like 6 steps ahead, So
I think my biggest issue was coming back from being out of town and coming back to after we went to Greece, it took me about a month and a half to get back to it.
And then
Japan took probably a little under a month. And then Mexico took a week. And then this Wyoming was a day and a half. So every single time is like it's like a catching, you know. So I'm trying to stick with it.
Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself.
You have anything you're doing better?
Oh shit. Pretty much everything. Yeah. Why you look at me like that?
Nothing.
I'm not doing as far as better as you saying, like, as far as last year is concerned.
No, just better habits.
I'm doing way better than I did last year. Like, eating is way better. I'm not eating as late, I'm more active. I'm playing on my pole a little bit.
How are you with the punctuality?
Actually, I'm a lot better this year with the punctuality.
I'm trying to be better.
I was late today.
It's hard.
That's what he's getting at. I was late today. That's why we started a little late. However,
that's the biggest battle I'm fighting right now.
So every year we shoot the lesbian homie. Last year I had some days where they pulled me to the side and was like, Steph.
To set too?
Yeah. I was late to set. And they was just like, Steph, we've been waiting. Got to get it together. So I told myself, like, okay, I can't be doing that because I don't want my reputation to be bad everywhere because, I'm not on time. So since then, this season, I've been on time. Okay. I've been on time for the most part.
Well, we would love to get that energy over here too.
You know what? Don't do that. You ever have
what about this set?
Been late to?
No, I mean, it's the what is it? The kettle calling the pot black, or the pot calling the kettle black? I'm sure the kettle can call the pot black too.
You are the pot. I can be the kettle.
Just gonna call each other nigga all day.
Black ass.
Okay, so I have a inappropriate thread for the day.
Oh, thread. Okay.
Just to throw it out there, and then we can get into some thick facts. But my thread is for everybody with a corporate job. What is the wildest thing you've ever seen happen at a work party? It's usually a Christmas party. I don't know.
It's always the holiday party.
Because it's kind of like end of the year. Yep. Boom. But I've definitely seen some stuff.
It's some people like at my old job who all year they look forward to the holiday party.
Well, I wonder if it's, a lot of people, the job takes up so much of their energy in their life that could be one of the biggest parties they go to that year. I used to think it depended on how cool the company was. So like Red Bull's Christmas party was like everybody's turning up, but then Scranton Paper Company, their Christmas parties.
Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah, Dunder Mifflin. So I used to think that until I went to New York and did the comedy festival out there. And the people who, TBS is kind of fun. I just, that is kind of a fun company. I feel like I've just seen like the most random companies have like turned up parties and just like the most random employees be getting loose.
I didn't go to the holiday parties like every year, but when I did go, I would just be like waiting for them to get drunk to see what the hell goes on. Because you also find out like who's dealing with who and all that.
Oh yeah, that's true. You find out like what y'all call it, the tea. Find out that, and you be kind of not really seeing who people really are, but like just more outside of work, because a lot of people just be pulling up to work and they're just like, man, they're talking to nobody, and they become the life of the party. I think once they got a couple gins in them,
that ponytail come right off, hair swinging.
All right, what you got for us today?
My thread is divorce lawyers of threads. What's the most cruel thing you've seen someone do to their ex-partner?
Damn.
Yeah, so we got some.
Divorce is ugly, man. That should be destroying some people. And I feel like the lawyers are just sitting in the room like, oh, damn.
It's a juicy job.
Man.
Lawyers have, I think, who has a juicier job than a lawyer?
A divorce lawyer specifically. Because, I mean,
criminal lawyers, you get the tea.
It's not really juicy. What, like murder and criminal stuff?
Criminal it's still juicy. Like, that's why Forensic Files is so popular. That's why true crime shows are so popular. Is like because
juicy's a weird adjective. Like,
it is, but
you heard so-and-so murdered her husband? That's juicy. Like,
I don't think people look at it like that, but it's not tea.
Yeah.
It's not tea. It's juicy. It's different. It's like, ooh, what happened? So when you get all of that,
the drama,
the gunk, the drama is the juice.
See, juice and gunk.
That's what it is.
It don't sound criminal,
but that's what it is. That's why true crime shows are so popular. True crime podcasts are popular
because of the juice.
Grizzly Tales. See, we have our own version of true crime.
Look up some episodes of Grizzly Tales. We have a true crime show. We haven't done it in a few years, but we just figured out the new set, and we figured out a new format, and we're gonna bring it on back.
Bring it on back. So yeah, that divorce lawyers.
It's a good one.
They get
I'm looking forward to that one. And as far as these thick facts go, which is my favorite. I like the name of this segment so much, I'd be calling the threads Thick Facts.
Yeah, you do.
Just like what we were talking about, me being a morning person now, this fact jumped off the page. So morning people tend to be persistent and satisfied with life and more resistant to frustration. Night owls are more likely to explore the unknown and be impulsive. So that literally is lining up exactly with what I was talking about, because I feel like people who are just getting used to waking up early and it's like the morning's all nasty, but they're still like getting stuff done while people are asleep. So I could see why that would be them satisfied with life. And the resistance to frustration is actually new to me, but I get it. If you like center yourself in the morning, you're all good for the rest of the day. Whereas night owls, I feel like, we'd be staying up late and doing random stuff. It says explore the unknown, so more than likely watching TV, getting into shenanigans, doing drugs, and then be more impulsive. Just like fun. I feel like fun thrives in the night, and discipline thrives in the morning. Yeah. So it was just interesting to see that.
Because a lot of morning people go to sleep super early too.
Yeah.
So I have a friend, one of my best friends, she goes to sleep around like 8:30.
Which is so not fun.
Right.
But I'm sure she is on her shit.
Yeah, she wakes up, but she has to wake up at like 4 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning to start getting ready for work. So, she kind of has to, but even on her days off, I know she gets up super early. It's not I'm going to stay in and sleep till 10 o'clock. No.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's definitely like a discipline thing. And I feel like the more disciplined you are, the less fun you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nothing fun about waking up at 4 a.m. That's tough.
All right. You got to get it done.
You probably don't get frustrated early. So that's cool. Cool trade-off.
But you definitely have to save time for fun. A lot of times I feel like people associate fun with, not being productive, but fun is productive mentally. It's for your mental health. I want to see. I feel like one of the reasons we get into certain situations, whether relationships or whatnot, is because people are forgetting to have fun. And sometimes even with your situation, it's hard to have fun if you have financial problems or whatnot. Yeah. But if you can find that little bit of joy, it'll make all the difference.
Agreed.
Okay. Speaking of fun, my fact, I'm going to give you what I saw on the net and then what I researched.
Okay.
So what I saw on the net that made me laugh says, if you're not having sex, you'll get fat.
Wow. I did not think that's where it was going.
Right? Okay. So it says, if you're not having sex, you'll get fat. Without intimacy, the brain misses out on its powerful hormone cocktail. I was about to say hormone.
Hormone cocktail.
A hormone cocktail. So it starts seeking pleasure through food. Studies show that closeness releases dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, all responsible for pleasure. So when it's missing, we tend to look for that pleasure in food. Chocolate, pasta, pastries, and other sweets. Sex is a natural appetite regulator. After a fulfilling, intimate experience, cortisol levels drop, dopamine stabilizes, and cravings for sweets decrease. Does it? Well, people be asking for sandwiches, which is not sweet.
So not smashing gets you hungry?
It says, no sex, food becomes a substitute. Your body won't leave you without a reward. So it compensates with food. As long as physical closeness is absent, the brain will keep seeking quick pleasures, and it's most likely to find it in food. So
bunch of horny big bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Is that why I'm thick? No.
Hey, everybody big is horny.
So I read that, and it was fun to read, and sounds like it made a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. But then I looked it up. And what I looked up says lack of sex does not directly cause weight gain, but it can contribute to it indirectly by removing a form of physical activity, burning roughly 70 to 150 plus calories per session, and affecting stress levels. A decrease in sex may lead to reduced calorie expenditure, while the associated stress or hormonal changes could increase appetite or trigger fat storage. So it does kind of go into... It
sounds like it's just talking about the physical aspect of it, not the mental.
Yeah, it says reduced
So wait, what was that first
activity.
thing?
So I said what I found on the net, because that's what made me research, like, is this actually true?
Not smashing doesn't equal you wanting a burger.
Right. But what this is saying when I did my research is that it could affect your hormone changes. Like, it could change your hormones and could increase your appetite or trigger fat storage. So if it does trigger fat storage, then that means not having sex could make you gain weight.
Because of the burning calories part?
No, the hormone.
Oh.
The hormone changes could increase your appetite or trigger fat storage. So it says reduced physical activity. Damn. Sexual activity burns about 5 calories per minute.
Piles on more the more you don't get bitches.
Not piles on, it doesn't leave. So it stores, it maybe triggers. Yeah. Sexual activity burns about 5 calories per minute, similar to a brisk walk or climbing the stairs. Skipping this means fewer calories burned, which could add up over time. Increased stress / cortisol. Sexual activity lowers stress. Without it, higher levels of the hormone cortisol may lead to increased appetite and abdominal fat storage. And then the reduced feel-good hormones. Sex releases endorphins and reduces stress-related eating. Lack of it might lead to emotional eating. And then lifestyle changes. A lack of sex might coincide with other lifestyle factors, such as decreased overall activity or poor sleep, which are directly associated with weight gain.
Fat jokes just got another layer. See your homie getting big, you be like, you ain't got no bitches.
But it's crazy because
that's interesting. It's almost like urges get redirected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's almost like if somebody is trying not to get fat, so they chain smoke cigarettes. You know,
Mhm.
it's like they kind of like redirect it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. So maybe
interesting.
like all these girls talking about they celibate, but they super skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what does that mean?
Celibate? That means you're not having sex.
No, I mean I'm trying to get the.
It said not having sex makes you gain weight, right?
Yeah.
So if you're super skinny and you're like, I'm celibate,
Right.
are you really celibate?
So you're saying they're lying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you really celibate?
Got you.
If you
Could
know.
be coke. Could always be coke and surgery. Speaking
That's
of coke,
crazy.
let's get into these
Whoa.
threads. What is the wildest thing you've ever seen happen at a work party? Coconuts 11 said we had a chick get extremely belligerent. You know how drunk you have to be for people to start calling you belligerent?
Yeah, that's
so many
tough.
syllables.
Mm-hmm.
She became extremely belligerent and tried to drive herself home. An executive and her direct manager ran out to the parking lot to stop her, where the woman proceeded to wrestle and punch both of them in the face to get into her car. Then she drove into the lake 300 feet away.
Oh my God.
I like stories that aren't in LA because
Drove into a lake.
random like a lake
so
is just
wild.
added real quick. That's crazy. How you gonna punch an executive?
Jesus.
The only time I got blackout drunk at a work event, it was a Travis Scott concert.
Oh Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
Blackout though?
I met the CEO right after I got out the mosh pit. It's a funny story. I'll tell
And you
it
were
one
at
day.
work?
I mean,
crazy.
I didn't see it as that until then. You know, and I didn't get in trouble for it because nothing crazy happened. I mean, I told the CEO's wife that I was here to fuck shit up. But other than that, if for a company like the one I was working at, that's it's cool. It's like, oh, okay, we got a cool team. But
wow.
I had to start seeing it as we're at work, you know, because I separated like if it was a party or an event, but I was actually working, you know, obviously that wouldn't be treated like a party, but an actual office get-together party is just framed as a party. It's not really.
And it's almost like everybody's at risk at a Travis Scott concert. Like, you know, you have a drink here, have a drink there, going into a mosh pit is crazy in itself.
No.
And you probably need a few drinks to get in there in the first place.
It was a full-blown like event. It was like one of Travis Scott's first parties out here, or first shows out here. So I think that's different. But I mean, if you work for, American Express, there's no reason to ever get blackout drunk.
It's
at
not,
any
but
work event.
What the holiday parties do is they give you free liquor.
Right.
So open bar, anything's bound to happen anywhere, anytime where there's an open bar.
Is crazy. But I feel like that's the company like being like setting a fake precedent. Like come get loose, but I don't think a lot of them don't even really know how loose is loose to some of these people, because you might have somebody from HR twerking on, and they're just like, whoa. So I feel like it's a lot of it is a facade. You should just you should still treat it like, all right, I'm going to work.
Yeah, but.
And also just never get that belligerent where you're punching people and driving into lakes.
That's insane.
Just in general. The CFO paying for staff to get blowjobs from strippers on the company expense account.
At the holiday party?
I honestly didn't think the last one would be topped, but that is crazy. The CFO getting blowjobs.
Except the CFO.
First of all, that's not true at all. This is not true at all.
I don't know. I'm thinking if your boss does this, then they're the ones on the chopping block.
What do you even itemize that to? You're the CFO, so it don't matter, but
that's what I'm saying.
What do you even put on the invoice? That's crazy.
You'd say, what do you say?
Damn. Apparently you put pizza. Apparently that's the thing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I'm shocked.
Apparently, that's what they've been doing.
That's what they've been doing. Yes.
Pizza and furniture.
Yeah.
Said, damn, what workplace was that? So I know never to apply there tomorrow.
Jerky and cream cheese.
That's jerky is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said a Christmas party years ago, everyone got kind of lit. Dude tried to pick up the head of HR, which was a kind of slutty older lady.
Oh.
And for some reason, he lost his balance and fell over backwards, essentially body slamming her through a table, WWE style. No one got fired, but we couldn't have fun Christmas parties anymore. They canceled parties. And niggas canceled fun. First of all, the fact that the head of HR...
I'm sorry. I'm visualizing him picking her up and slipping back and just like, wham! Like...
So the beautiful image that was painted is that the head of HR is an older, slutty lady who was probably did some stuff like dancing on everybody, jumping. So he picked her up and big showed her.
Bit it.
Undertaker mankinded her through a table like it was a hell in a cell. HR too. That's crazy.
The head of HR. It's not just a worker. You pick the one person.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean,
that cooks everybody's jobs if they do something crazy to do something wild with.
I didn't even realize it was head of HR while I was reading it. You probably saw the pronunciation was weird. So I was like, pick up some head of HR. I thought that was...
That's so funny.
Bajunga Dustin said a career scam artist who just didn't want to work got hired at Pfizer where I worked.
Oh, Pfizer.
Within 2 weeks, he injured himself accidentally and was gone 6 months on work comp. The week he came back was an office party and there was tennis courts. During a match, he collapsed and an ambulance was called. He was gone for another 6 months. Then he quit. He only worked 3 weeks and got paid for like a year.
The collapsing. Was that curated?
It had to be.
Yeah, I'm thinking for sure that was curated.
It said
he came back and was like...
He was a career scam artist that got a job at Pfizer. That's a big company. He was like, how rich are y'all?
That's crazy.
So he's a scam artist and a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some Catch Me If You Can stuff.
It's some pretty wild shit that people have been able to get away with scamming out workers and companies and stuff.
Okay, this is a good one for your divorce lawyer one. The pizza god said, at the company Christmas party, both the owner and his wife cheated separately on the other one. The owner!
Damn.
And then it says, sounds like they may have been swingers. He said, nope, that's why they started divorce proceeding shortly after.
When you think they was cheating with somebody at the party.
Separately.
That's crazy.
So they both had a match and went with it and then divorced.
Insane.
At a Christmas party of your company is crazy.
That's insane. That's the juiciest of all juice. As an employee at that company, I'd have been sitting there like...
Right, but if that nigga get a divorce and she take half, what's that mean for the company? This might be the last Christmas party.
Yeah, but... I don't know. They was already making it work with the other person.
I wonder what...
why mess things up now?
Yeah, I wonder what, like... If they were both employees that were, like, the cheaties.
Mm-hmm.
The cheaties, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
probably because if they found out at the Christmas party or the holiday party or the company party...
Or somebody who pulled up or something, but a lot of times, that's... I don't know, because I feel like at a lot of these corporate parties, I haven't been to too many like super corporate parties, but like it's either super uptight or like everyone in there is in a terrible relationship at home and just going crazy on everything. Like it seems like it's one of the two.
Since they own the company, I wonder, what if it was each one of their secretaries?
You mean providing the partner of
they were cheating? No,
the partner of the owner had a secretary.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe.
Because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't there are two people that own the company. Why wouldn't they each have a secretary?
No, one owned.
Oh. I thought it was a married couple that owned the company that worked together.
It says both the owner and his wife cheated
Oh.
separately on the other one.
Oh,
So
okay.
whoever she got with, she just probably picked up on that night. She worked quick. Someone said a cat fell through a ceiling tile. Cat lived in the office. Not sure how he got up in the ceiling, but it nearly landed on the boss's head. I mean, juiciness aside, that's the funniest
That
one.
would be so funny to see. That's something that reading it, you just wouldn't believe it. But seeing it is like, visualizing it is hella funny. It's just like so random. The office cat falling through the ceiling on the boss's head.
That's almost the only thing I feel like I missed out on in terms of like regular jobs. It's just like the funny part of it that everyone talks about.
Oh yeah.
Like the office culture. The parties, I feel like there's a lot of funny stuff, the drama and stuff.
One of my jobs, they used to have like uneven pavement.
Oh.
And so you could almost count on once a day catching somebody tripping on that. It was just funny. It's always funny to watch someone trip.
Well, yeah, you can get that anywhere.
Yeah, but if they being able to predict somebody tripping on one spot, and you could just watch it and be like, is it gonna happen? It may or may not. And when it does, it's funny every single time. It's like, God damn, that sidewalk be whooping people's ass.
A couple more. They gave us drink tickets, didn't tell us we couldn't order top shelf. Company picked up a $12,000 bill.
Ooh. No, the boss made you work overtime after that. Unpaid overtime.
When our company was sold, they had an open bar. The staff had to get more alcohol, and the tab ended up being around $50K.
Ooh.
There were less than 100 people there. Said pipeliners can drink. Oh, damn. Company parties of like working companies, like blue collar. Oh, they probably get lit as hell.
Man, crazy as hell for offering an open bar for that. No, people really use the company party to let their hair out. Anywhere there's free alcohol, for real, like you can.
It's gonna be some problems. Yeah, I see why like classy events do like beer and wine and stuff. Last one, dude crashed the stage at the karaoke bar and got told to leave by the bar staff immediately. He refused, so they literally hog-tied him and physically tossed him out of the door. It was incredible to witness, especially since the guy in question was a complete shithead. Said, low-key, that's the kind of workplace lore that will last forever. Yeah, that was for sure talked about.
Hogtied is crazy.
That's a lot. Like
watching somebody get hogtied is probably
that's
funny
the
as
worst
hell,
position to be thrown out in because you land right on your face.
Right. Lord. All right. Divorce.
Yeah,
divorce lawyers. Divorce lawyers of Threads. What's the most cruel thing you've seen someone do to their ex-partner? Ooh, Lord, that's going to be juicy. Not married, but a couple had a baby, then broke up. The baby died. The man refused to help the mom pay for the funeral costs, claiming it wasn't his. She got a DNA test and got him added to her paperwork post-mortem. Then he said he still wouldn't pay for it because he's not required to take care of a child after death. Damn. And now she can't even get the cemetery to allow her to bury the child because now that he's the legal parent, the cemetery requires him to sign off and he refuses. Baby has been in the morgue.
It's a dark start. That's a dark start. Damn. That's crazy. Especially after the test. He's like, well, still no.
Oh my God. This one is so bad. Okay. She says, I was raped at 12 by my grandfather.
Jesus Christ.
He said during the divorce proceedings, at least I didn't fuck my grandpa. She said my divorce He said that to her.
Wow.
Said my divorce was final in 8 months. That's crazy.
Any fun ones?
Well, this thread, sir, is what's the most cruel thing you've seen someone do to their ex-partner. So this is
It's
crazy.
Quite a lane change.
Well, that's kind of what we expected when we said
I
cruel.
thought it was gonna be like, that nigga threw my wig in the street.
That's not really cruel. That's funny. That would be what's the funniest thing you've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Funeral director here. Husband became even more abusive when she developed cancer. He broke her arm during one fight while she was on chemo. He dragged her out of the divorce proceedings, hoping she'd die first and it wouldn't matter. He convinced the judge that seeing the mom sick would be traumatic to the kids. When she died, she hadn't seen them in 4 months.
Damn.
Jesus.
It must. I take my hat off to these jobs where stuff like that's going on, and you still have to be kind of
level-headed.
Yeah, like you can't have an opinion. You can't tell people like what they should do, or they're an asshole for doing X, Y, Z and stuff. They just have to be like, they just basically have to eat that knowledge and talk about it with someone else later or something.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I knew a lady, early 40s, who was pregnant with twins, 8 months or so. She was taking care of her mom who was sick. Went over one day like usual, and the mom died in her arms. She goes home to her husband, stressed, obviously, finds him in bed with her daughter. Daughter and stepdad move out and get married. She gets disowned, basically. Stress of that day sent her into labor. One passed right away and the other a few days later. Jeez. Literally started completely over. I met her right after. Damn.
That is fucking nuts. Well, wait, so
lady, early 40s, pregnant, 8 months pregnant with twins. Yeah. Mom dies. Before mom died, she goes home to her husband who's in bed with her daughter before him. So daughter and stepdad get married. And then the stress of that sends her into labor. One of the babies passed right away and the other passed a few days later.
Wait, her mom originally died?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. And then he met her after all that just went down.
No, she goes home to her husband to find that her husband is
Well, what was the last line?
She said, literally started completely over. I met her right after.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what she heard, I guess, during divorce proceedings or right after that happened. Yeah.
That's when he met her. After that just went down. That's the lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I guess this is the reason for the divorce.
Right.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, damn. Dang, so she lost the twins and her mom. And her sister. And her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Sheesh.
Everybody. The babies, too. This lady says, I've seen one mention of a woman and all she did was have a consultation with every divorce lawyer in the area so her ex couldn't use any of them. A spiteful, but really not very harmful thing to do.
That's interesting. So
I didn't know
because
that.
It's a conflict of interest?
Yeah, I guess so. If you have a consultation, I guess they can't pick up the other person. That's insane. That's pretty clever.
Yeah.
She probably got that advice from another lawyer.
Huh. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the common knowledge move. But I mean, that one was so far the most respectable.
Right. It was the lightest by any means. I'm not a divorce lawyer, but when my children were my children were 2 under 2. I took a bad fall in the backyard and sprained both of my ankles at the same time. Damn. After 24 hours of caring for me and the kids, he was fed up with being home and in demand and went to the bar. I had to crawl on my hands and knees to get around the house to care for my babies while my feet healed. He would go to work and then the bar before coming home after their bedtime. Today is the 7-year anniversary of when I left him.
She crawled away. Dang. So she broke both of her ankles and he got 1 day of taking care of her and the kids and was like, hell no.
This is for our birds. I'm out of here.
Sheesh.
That sounds like shit that happened like on COVID, during COVID. Remember during COVID when people were forced
met each other?
People were forced, like boyfriends and girlfriends were like forced to cohabitate with each other. And married people were forced to like stay in the home together and realize they hated each other.
They realized how much they were out of the house to work and do stuff like that. And then they met each other and was like, ew, is this who I'm with?
I was on dialysis, fighting for my life. My 2 boys were with me when I was constantly in the hospital. He filed a motion for sole custody. Hearing was on a Monday, and I had just stepped down from ICU that weekend before. I am discharged and went straight from the hospital to the court in a wheelchair and Uber. Hospital band still on my wrist. A deputy escorted me into the hearing. I couldn't walk. And when the judge heard the motion, saw me, he almost raised the roof off the courthouse. Dismissed. So I guess when she was in the hospital, he filed for divorce and sole custody. That's crazy.
On dialysis?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wait. That's cold as fuck.
That's so cold. That's why she said the judge almost raised the roof off the courthouse. That's crazy. Like,
that's crazy. Like, niggas be doing some evil shit and then sitting in court, like, hearing about it and being like, yep, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's like,
how do juries like ever pick the wrong thing? If it be that evil, it seemed like it would be a sweep.
I don't know.
But I guess that wouldn't have a jury, huh?
No.
Okay, because that's civil?
It's divorce court.
Which is under civil?
I don't think it's
anything?
civil. Civil is when you're suing somebody. Right?
I thought every case was either civil or criminal. Maybe not.
You have family court. I think you have divorce court. You have so many different courts that, traffic court, nigga, you got everything. So,
I thought just traffic fell under civil.
I thought. Well, I mean, I'm no lawyer or whatever, but from my understanding, you take civil litigation is when you are suing someone for wrongdoing. I thought divorce court is something different. But I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it, so it could be, but I never thought that was under that. And then I'll read this. An ex-husband cheated and impregnated his mistress, whom he worked with. I filed for divorce. He fought the divorce, costing me $30,000 in attorney fees and 2 years of my life, all because he didn't think I should get half of the equity in the home we owned, which sat on land we bought together, and we had built the house together. He had the nerve to ask me if he could have a hug as we walked out of the courthouse after the judge ruled in my favor. No thanks.
Where my hug at is crazy.
Where my hug at is insane.
I wonder if the adultery happened at a work party. And that would be the only way we can connect these two threads.
Well, yes. I mean, you did have a divorce. You had a divorce thread.
Divorcee.
So, yeah.
That's pretty evil. That's evil stuff.
What I don't understand is when it comes to that stuff is when you get married, if there's no prenup or whatever, or even if there's a prenup, if there's clauses in there that, you can't cheat or else she gets everything and then you cheat and then you fight because you don't want her to have everything. But dude, this is what you signed up for. Why would you?
That be in the contracts?
Yes.
So she can't cheat, but he can?
No. Infidelity. The other person will get anything. You can have that as a clause. Like if the marital relationship is, I guess, broken because of infidelity, then the other person will get everything. You can have those different clauses.
So you're saying they had that clause and then
prenup, and then he goes and cheats and then tries to fight it afterwards. And it's like, bruh, you knew this was a clause of your marriage. So why would you do that? Or her, if she decided to cheat.
I also found out it was prenup. Like a year.
What did you think it was?
Prenup.
Prenup?
Prenumped.
Like
a prenuptial. prenuptial.
Why'd you add an M?
I don't know. I feel like I heard that once.
Prenuptial?
And I heard it was prenuptial.
Yeah.
I always thought it was prenuptial. And when I found that out, people thought it was funny, so I said I said it in some skit.
It's quite funny. Yeah. So.
Heck. Oh, but yeah, now I keep just saying prenupped.
Well, now it's your thing, so you might as well just keep saying it.
Yep.
But I saw one under this thread that said, "Wow, reading these is a great reminder to just wait on the Lord and not rush into anything, because what the actual fuck is wrong with people?"
Nah, I didn't expect there to be so much death in there, but what's crazy is that I've seen within families, like, the death of people brings out the worst.
Like, especially if it's a grandmother or a mother who had, a bunch of children and had stuff. Them aunties and uncles
trying to forge signatures.
They be fighting,
telling them to like change stuff when they're out of their minds and stuff. Like it's a rough reveal that you probably could have gone your whole life without finding out that stuff about that person, because why would you? But then it's like, yeah, that evilness comes out. Yeah, like there's a lot of people we don't talk to, because of stuff like that.
I mean, because like people they steal, what was left for somebody else. Like and then don't let there not be a will. Oh my God.
Property, all that stuff.
Property
is tough. That
the
can get
oldest be like
siblings, it can get between siblings, cousins, all that stuff is really dirty stuff. But yeah, let us know what the wildest thing that happened at a company party is. We do not need to know the other stuff, crazy divorce stories. Throw some crazy divorce stories in there. Keep it gangster, keep it PG-13.
Keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gangster.
But yeah, we hope you enjoyed another episode of the thickest podcast on earth, Thick Threads. I hope to see you guys next week. What?
Nothing.
Did I say thick threats? It sounded like that. It was a sharp D. Thick threats. We hope to see you guys next week. I've been Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephone.
See y'all. Peace.
Bye.